Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie podcast. I, as always, am your co-host, Brian. And not joining us is your co-host, Jim. He is traveling. Where is he? He's somewhere.
He had to come down my way for a training thing today. I guess he was taking some classes.
Ooh, fun.
For work or something like that, and then he was traveling back tonight, so.
Okay. I mean, you could use Discord on your phone. Oh my god, cats!
Yeah, no, but I don't think you want to do it while you're trying to drive.
Yeah, unless you know, like, the exact route back and aren't using GPS. Then, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Also joining us is your co-host, Hunter, right there. Also in North Carolina.
Yay, it's me!
Matilda, hang on. No, not joining us is your cat co-host, Matilda.
Welcome to Catcast here.
Welcome to the Catcast with your hosts Harry and Matilda, actual cats. No, also joining us is
our guest today is an actual cat.
Did you guys? Are you hearing that? Can you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we heard that.
Your co-host Spaz, welcome. Hey, hi.
Hello. Also not a cat.
Well, that's really tricky because your Discord icon fools me. I'm not so sure.
On the internet, everyone is a cat.
And you have a whole channel for yourself dedicated to cats on our Discord.
This is true.
We do love cats here at the Space Game Junkie podcast. Jim also doesn't he have at least one cat? Doesn't Jim already have a cat?
I think he's been through a few cats.
Oh yeah.
But yes, I think he has a that for whatever reason loves to like sit on his chest while he's like at his computer and like eat his microphone. Honestly, I mean, as funny as that is, like if it was me, honestly, I don't think I'd let my cat on my desk. But
I'm lucky that my desk is so small and full of things like wires and speakers and whatnot that my cat can't even get up here even if she wanted to. So
are you sure they don't? You know, that's prime target for like pushing stuff off the edge. Get up there
thankfully, we're lucky.
Paw that thing.
Thankfully, we've been lucky. The new cat has not been really interested in being destructive, except for Harry. So hey, folks, we're gonna have a very loose show tonight. As you may know, a month ago, I was laid off of my last job, so I've dived into doing daily streaming for Space Game Junkie, trying to do more content, also trying to launch a freelance endeavor, and it's been kind of exhausting. So I don't know if you've noticed, but these past few shows, the topics have been kind of, what's the word? Very fluid? I don't know what the word. Relaxed. Yeah, not very serious, not very deep. So I was thinking tonight we'd get together, and you folks in the audience can help too if there's something you'd like us to talk about, and we could have kind of there are two things I'd like to do tonight. One, have a topic like roundtable where we come up with some topics for shows in our future, and I do have at least one guest I'm going to line up. It's been requested that there's a specific developer we get on, so I have to reach out to them. So we probably will start having developers back on soon, now that things are starting to calm down a little bit, and I'm getting more into a flow. Yeah?
We haven't had our annual TIE Fighter podcast yet, so we could always get Upper Memory Block podcast Joe back on the show and talk about TIE Fighter again.
You know what? That's actually not. I just actually finished TIE Fighter. It took about 5 years and about 50 entries. But I finally.
Wait, hold on. You finished it for the first time ever?
No, God, no. This is like
I was like, wait.
No. This is like the 5th or 6th time I finished it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I've been doing it for the channel, and at first I was like gung-ho, and then you start hitting that 90s difficulty, and you're like, screw you, TIE Fighter, I'm not touching you for 6 months. And so...
Did you get all the special tattoos?
No, because screw that guy. Screw that guy. Oh, you have to defend a transport from a bunch of other transports and assault gunboats. But while you're at it, can you go inspect that stuff, please, for us? No, I can't. I'm not doing that anymore. You had your fun the first time I went through this. I'm not doing that again because it's so stupid. It's so
Look, man,
stupid.
it's just a bunch of Bacta. Leave it alone.
It's just a box in space. Send another guy. Shoot a probe. You have probes, right? You're the goddamn Empire. You have probes. Send them to scan it. Why do you need me to get up there with my bucket with wings and 2 guns and while dodging and no shields? Yeah, so I didn't get all. I got some of the tattoos, but for the most part, sometimes I just ignore their stuff because
Weren't you going to get that actually tattooed?
I was. I told you about this, right? This is a story. So I was going to get that tattoo. I was going to legitimately get that tattoo. And so I got a henna version of it, which is if you're going to get a tattoo, friends, always get a henna version first. That way you can see what it looks like, how it fits, how it feels, and then it fades in a week. So I've done that with all 3 of my tattoos. And so I was about to get the TIE Fighter tattoo. And so I got the henna version. It looked great. I showed it on some forums I'm on. And some people were like, that looks like something from the SS from World War II. What are you talking about? Yeah, that looks like something from Nazi Germany. So they were right. It did look like a symbol for a specific SS detachment.
CKIO.
Yeah, and so
that's not cool.
No, I'm so glad I didn't do that permanently because I'd be wearing long sleeves for the rest of my life.
You're like, it's Star Wars, I swear.
It's Star Wars, you guys. I swear to God, there was a game in the 90s. You got this tattoo as part of it. Yeah, sure, Nazi. No, really, guys. You're playing the Empire, you're killing rebels, I guess. But seriously, guys, it's not. Anyway, so I didn't get that one.
Fine, Space Nazi.
Exactly. So glad I didn't get that tattoo. So glad. Hag.
Could have ended badly.
Yeah.
Hag.
No. It's AC Wraith in the chat said fascist, so of course I think of Hot Fuzz. And I just think...
Exactly, that's what I was...
Oh, okay, good.
When he said that too, I thought the same thing, yeah.
Oh, good. I can't get enough of that movie. It's become my favorite movie. Seriously, it has become my totally favorite movie.
Another quick story, side note. Did you know that because of Simon Pegg, my wife and I started dating?
No, wait, what?
Yeah. So, this is just a really quick side tangent, but basically when I was living in Ohio, when she moved to the area that we were living, we had a bunch of mutual friends and, all of us were hanging out. So one day I asked her if she wants to hang out sometime and she's like, yeah, do you know any Simon Pegg movies? And I was like, sure. And I list them all off. And then I asked her, I was like, have you seen his TV show Spaced? And she's like, what? He has a TV show. I was like, yeah, you want to come over and watch it sometime? And she was sold. And from there, we started dating by watching all of his stuff.
I gotta be honest, I never clicked with Spaced. I should probably give it another try, but something about it.
Oh man, there were some great moments in that show. Oh my gosh, the what do they call it? The bicycle delivery guy. He was really funny. And there's some great Star Wars moments in that show too. There's like straight up an Empire Strikes Back scene in the show.
Oh God, I think it's great. I think it doesn't fully click with me because the 2 main characters aren't entirely likable. They're really not.
That's fair.
And so I don't really want them to succeed. I don't want them to get one over on this weird but nice landlady. They're lying to.
There's a great twist to that. Oh, you gotta watch the show, bro.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
Does it bite them in the butt? Please tell me it bites them in the butt. That's not really a spoiler.
I wouldn't say it bites them in the butt, but like all of their efforts to hide it meant nothing. Like
What?
it's really
Okay, okay.
It's really fun.
Okay, now I have to watch it because that is great. Because I got tired of that. I got tired of them going, "Oh God, really? They're hiding this again?" Okay, fine. But now that you tell me that, I have the DVD set. I just got to dive in. So that's because it's not streaming anywhere, like anywhere, which is a freaking crime.
Yeah, it's sad because like recently we've been watching Stargate Atlantis, or at least my wife, and like Amazon Prime has taken it off and put it back on like 3 different times in the last 6 months.
That is so frustrating.
Like you'll be in the middle of an episode, you'll finish it, and the next one will pop up and be like, yeah, you need to buy this. And you're like,
and
then like a week later, it's like, hey, it's here again. And you can just, I'm like, what is going on?
I mean, you just moved. I can't expect you to buy something that expensive, like a whole series. But
you know what we did though? We actually were at. We went to Indianapolis not too long ago, just before we moved. When did we? I don't remember. But anyway, we went to our favorite place called Half Price Bookstore, and no, it was in Kentucky. They have something.
I love those places. I love that place.
And so we went there, and we got seasons 1, 3, 4, and 5. They didn't have 2, but we picked them all up. They were all in good condition. And
good.
We just need to get to. So we've resorted to actually buying some physical media for like the things that we really, really, really love. So like, I've got all Farscape on DVD now. I've got
exactly.
All of Battlestar, SG1, those kinds of things.
Like I tracked down D Space Nine because they're going to take it off Netflix at some point and put it on that stupid CBS All Access.
Yeah, that's. I think that's if we start getting any more, I think I'll start doing the Star Trek ones with Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we're probably gonna have a lot of tangents tonight. Hope that's okay with y'all. So we wanted to come up with some topics for future shows because it's hard coming up with topics. Like you came up with one the other day, which is games as a service, which I think is a great idea. More especially like Ubisoft is doing
hot topics, and
it's very successful for them actually.
The shocking thing about Ubisoft that I just don't see a lot of other people talking about this. Now that's not to say it's not being talked about, but I feel like most of the games that they've been coming out with have been hitting it out of the park. And if not, I agree. Like, right away, they patch it relatively quickly. So I don't understand how they did that, but it's a far cry difference from
God damn it. God damn it, you did it. You did it. God damn it.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Pun not intended, but I'll take. But anyway, no, but seriously though, like you look at EA, and just all of the things that they've been wrapped up with in their controversies. You look at, we were talking about this before the show, but like Activision Blizzard wrapped up in all their crazy controversy. A lot of these other big studios are just wrapped up in a myriad, if you're talking about the AAA space, just wrapped up in a lot of just junk. They're getting a lot of, bad PR, or, maybe their games legitimately aren't that great.
Right.
And I'm not trying to shit on the individual, people that are working there, but you got these overlords that are doing crunch on games, that are pushing out games too quickly, that they're not ready. Studios that are just unwilling to, I guess, take some risk somewhere. And meanwhile, you got, good guy Ubisoft over here somehow, for some reason, is pumping out some pretty decent games.
Yeah, I love the. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, I was gonna say, and on top of that, they've got a big hype sequel coming out in Beyond Good and Evil 2. Which is a little spacey, so...
It does look a little spacey. I never played the first one.
More than a little.
Yeah. Well, this new one is a prequel to the original. So it takes place before
even better.
original game.
Even better.
So
that's great for me.
But there is a lot of like, you can ride, like hovercraft through the cities and fly your spaceship. So there's a lot of elements to it that are going to be interesting.
Yeah, I like for the last 2 or 3 years, every Ubisoft game I've played, I've enjoyed. Everyone, whether it's Assassin's Creed Origins, The Division, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Far Cry Primal, everyone I've enjoyed. It's like they've made a formula that works for my brain. It's this open world formula.
Far Cry 5 was hysterical, by the way.
Was it? All right, I'll have to get it next time it's on sale.
There's a lot of just like goofy humor in it that's just
Yeah, there's a Martian DLC. There's a Martian zombie DLC or something, right? Isn't there?
There is an alien aspect of the DLC that you can deal. I think one of my favorite side quests was helping this guy get prepared for the Testy Festy. And
wait, the what?
The Testicle Festival. It's it's a thing, and you actually have to go. One of the quests is you have to go and collect them.
Oh God!
And to do so, you have to introduce the bulls into the pen of cow, and you have to kill one while it's trying to do its deed with another thing by lighting it on fire.
Oh
you have to run another one over with a backhoe. Like, it's dumb, but it's funny. It makes me laugh.
Well, I'm gonna have to get that now.
No joke, it's in there.
I'm gonna have to get this now when it's on sale, and this will probably be our topic for next week because it already sounds like we got plenty to talk about. So that's a great topic, games as a service. But I mean, I was thinking, like, we were talking a little bit about mobile earlier before the show started. Maybe that would be like, there aren't a ton of mobile space games. There really aren't. Compared to like fantasy games, there aren't a ton of mobile space games. And like, there are barely any on the 3DS. Besides Rebel Galaxy Outlaw for the Switch, I don't know what else is on the Switch. There wasn't really anything.
I was going to say, going through like some of the list of things that I have on my mobile device, you have Vendetta online.
Okay.
Galaxy on Fire 2.
Right. Okay. That's a good one.
I wouldn't really call it. There's a. Excuse me. I'm really sorry. There's a Star Trek Fleet Command. That's halfway decent. What was that other one? Arvok Command. Right?
Yeah, and he's got a fighter game coming out too. He's moving more to the mobile space, which makes me sad, but he's got to do what works for him.
There's a couple others out there. There's another Star Trek game on there. There's Trek Souls. But there's not a lot.
Star Traders Frontiers is also available on mobile.
Wait, which one?
Star Traders Frontiers.
Right. Yeah.
So it sounds like that would be a good, like, if we do some research, or if I do some research, because I have the time. Yeah, mobile space games will be a good one. That's a good topic. That's a very good topic, actually. What about first space games? Like, what were your first space games, and what do you remember about them? Could that be a good topic? Or is that like a 5-minute topic?
I feel like that's a 5-minute conversation.
That's a 5-minute conversation. Yeah, all right.
We can have that right now if you want.
We could do that,
Yeah, that could be done along with getting people to submit their own stories. I mean, that's the sort of thing where that would work out.
We'll read your stories live on the show. Hey, guy.
Hey, fella.
We remember what was
calling Mr. and Mrs. America.
We had people have to write a love letter in the style of like Civil War.
Oh God. Oh God, that's right.
War.
That was so
Like
long
they're
ago.
riding home to their loved one. Remember that? Oh, that was.
Or was that a contest? That might have been a contest.
That was a contest.
Yeah,
but
that
still.
that was. Maybe that's the thing we should do. Like, yeah. Oh, that's an actual good idea. Write a fictional like Civil War style letter that takes place in a space game you love. Like, dearest
Star Wars galaxy.
My dearest Martha.
So much.
No. Like, my dearest Martha, the Kirathi gave us one foe today. You know, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Oh, I love it. Okay, fake Civil War letters. Fake.
AC Wraith wrote a love poem to Warframe.
That was a Valentine's contest. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did do love letters, but because I can get that music that do 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 do. You know what? My wife can play that. I'll have her record that, and so we'll use that in the background for every letter.
Excellent.
I love that idea. That's a great idea. I'm gonna probably start soliciting these like in the next couple days, and we'll do that like in a month or something. That sounds great.
Here's the short answer, and we can have a longer conversation about it, but the short answer for me would be Star Fox.
That was your
first
oh.
that I can remember.
Okay. I've only played the one on the 3DS. The one where you used your
Super Nintendo.
Oh, did you ever play the one on the 3DS though, where you used your stylus to fly? It's really strange. I liked it, but it was weird. But it was kind of great. But it was kind of weird. So
mine was Asteroids. And followed very closely by Star Raiders. The original Star Raiders. Yeah.
Mine was probably...
That's how far back that...
Probably mine was Asteroids 2 in the arcade. Maybe Space... Actually, no, it was probably Space Invaders. Probably Space Invaders. Is that a space game? Close enough.
Yeah, I'd say. Because I played all three in the same year, so...
Right. Okay, that is a great idea. I love those. I love both of those ideas. Let's see. Yeah,
if you switch the narrative, you could almost say that Pac-Man is on a ship that is being invaded by aliens, and he's trying to get away.
So it's the original Dead Space.
There you go. So.
Well done.
Imagination.
Well,
that's great.
There was a bit of art that I saw some years ago that had it displayed Pac-Man as an astronaut being chased by ghosts. So I think that's kind of fair.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I have totally seen that one. He's like on the ground, like, oh no, and there are ghosts coming at him or something.
Yeah,
I've seen that one. That one's amazing. We can probably find that with a quick Google search. Yeah, that's an amazing. That's an amazing.
Now is Pac-Man.
Oh God, Did you guys ever play Pac-Man on the Atari? What a disappointment that was.
Yeah, I still have the cartridge from the Atari 800 version.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the 2600 version where they sold it like it's just like the arcade. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. It wasn't as much of a disappointment as E.T. It's not. It isn't.
Yeah, there's a landfill for E.T.
Oh God. I think a long time ago we talked about that. That's an idea. Why aren't there more space movie tie-in video games?
Well, you see, Brian, after the 90s.
Yeah.
I take that back. Star Trek 2009 was a tie-in game.
Yeah,
that's true. It did have.
Wasn't it not very good though? Wasn't it not a very good game?
I don't know. I didn't play it, but I just
know
it exists.
I didn't play it. Apparently, you can't get it anywhere now. What was it? Star Trek DAC or some garbage like that?
Well, no, that was one also, but the 2009 had a third-person shooter. That's what we're talking about.
What?
But like, there's no like Oblivion. Like, there's no like tie-in game.
Lost in Space. Lost in Space.
Yeah.
The Fifth Element. How great a game would The Fifth Element have made?
I can see it now. It would have been an like a side-scrolling shooter, like in the veins,
like a
like maybe like a RoboCop.
I was gonna say a RoboCop style side-scrolling shooter.
That's I feel like it would have been something like that with a little. But then there would also be a mission where you're driving the taxi cab, and it's like a shmup. It'd be like a shmup almost, except for a side-scrolling shmup. Right? And dude, no, I'm seeing it. Like, I'm visualizing the game.
No, it would be a reverse shmup. It'd be the cop shooting at you, and you have to avoid the shots in your taxi.
They did have a Fifth Element video game, though.
They did?
Yeah, for the PlayStation.
Was it good?
It was all right. I'm just saying, like, I would have made a better one. But like, there was a Fifth Element video game for the PlayStation.
I guess that makes me think of another topic. Why are some, like, this might be ridiculous, but why are some licenses so overdone, like Warhammer, and some?
Hey Brian, what game's playing right now on the podcast?
That's Diaspora.
So to answer your question, Ponica, Diaspora.
Oh,
we're not actually playing it right now. We're just showing some footage as we're talking.
Yeah, we used to play I used to play games live on the podcast, and it was a terrible idea. We did it for a while, and then everyone was like, "No, don't do that." So now we just show pre-recorded video in the background instead, which is much better.
Yeah, Babylon 5 was a very underappreciated like series that didn't get a lot of extra love outside of the show.
The game never got finished.
That's what
Find Her, or whatever it was.
He was wishing that the development had finished for it.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of tie-in games for a show, we were talking about movies before. I don't know how many times I saw beginning developments for Stargate games that never got finished. Now, they did do one based off the movie, which was a horrible adaptation of the movie because it had crap in there that wasn't even in the film. But like, there was I think a couple of games based off the original movie, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was like there was a Sega/Super Nintendo, and then there was I think a Sega Saturn, maybe Sega CD or something like that. It was something a little different. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but in the early 2000s, there was a lot of hinting, and there was even some development for an actual like first-person Stargate exploration style shooter game that never got finished. And there was also an MMO in development based around the Stargate universe that also got scrapped.
Yeah, that's the same thing happened to Firefly twice. Back in 2006, someone's like, "We're gonna make a Firefly MMO" after like Serenity came out, and everyone was like, "Yeah," and then nothing happened. And then like was it 4 or 5 years ago, someone's like, "We're gonna make like a card-based Firefly MMO." Everyone was like, "Eh," and it never happened. Like, wouldn't the Firefly game be amazing? Like, I think like Rebel Galaxy Outlaw might be the closest we get.
Yeah, RGO is like a mixture of Firefly meets it's on the tip of my tongue, Cowboy Bebop. There.
Yep. Absolute agreement on that one.
It's very. I mean, when you look at Firefly, it's very Cowboy Bebop in and of itself. There's that space bounty hunter, space kind of cowboy-esque vibe to it. Wild West in space kind of themed going on in both. So RGO definitely has that very, very heavily, and it's a welcome addition.
Oh, here's an interesting topic that might be fun to talk about. Sequels we wish we could see. Like, we take a few moments, like, what sequels haven't happened that we wish would happen? That could be fun, right? That could be a fun topic.
Wait, what was that again? Like, sequels that we wish would happen but haven't? Or
yes. Yeah. Yeah, or maybe they tried to happen and didn't. You know, like Conquest Frontier Wars 2, that got kickstarted a while back and failed. And it was really, really sad. And remember Starflight 3? Remember that? Wonderfully crashed and burned. Wonderfully crashed and burned. Okay, guys, I just had a thought. It's been a while since we really had a show about it. We really haven't checked in with Star Citizen in a long time. We bitch about it, we moan about it, but no, they just had $1,000 meal for their whales, where they introduced a $650 ship that lays mines. And yeah, I think maybe we need to have a Star Citizen check-in. Just like look back over the last couple of years.
I just don't know if we need to give scammers airtime.
Well, it's not really giving. I like the idea.
I hear you. I mean,
I think it just might end up being too negative of a show to go that direction.
I mean, listen, I backed it years ago.
Yeah, as did I.
And I still have access to it, and I've checked in on it from time. Jim recently backed it just because, you know, he was getting tired of people being like, well, you've never played it, and so to shut them up, he finally was like, fine, I bought it and I played it, it sucks. So, like, I get that it's alpha / beta or whatever version it's in right now, but it is not entertaining. Like, I hate the idea that I would have to dedicate an entire SSD just for that.
Right?
You know, build a computer to spec just to play that one thing. And I get a lot of simmers out there are like that, like a lot of sim people are like that. But I loop them in a different category of the Star Citizen folks. I think the Star Citizen folks, unfortunately, are constantly, like, they're so invested into it. It's like, we're gonna ride this thing out no matter what. And I just don't know if we need to do a whole show dedicated to that.
All right, we won't. You guys are probably right. It would probably get too negative, and it'll be screw this and F that, and yeah.
The only way, I'm not even bullshitting. The only way that I think we should do a show again is to actually get Roberts on here somehow. And he's not going to.
No, I don't even want to ask him back at this point. I mean, I think we got him on because it was the beginning of the thing and we were lucky. But I think if like we asked him on, then he listened to anything we had to say about it. But he probably wouldn't. He's too busy laying on his bed of other people's money. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Matilda. That was very cute. Okay, that's probably not a great topic then.
Well, we do have that Starfighter Inc. game got its name changed recently.
In the Black. That's not a bad idea. We should check in with them.
Wholeheartedly, yes, yes, please.
I can get on their Discord and follow up.
And tell them we'll make it more about this game rather than their heavy hitters that they've already made.
Actually, now that we can play it, and also that might have to be a morning show because David Westman's in like Norway.
Look, something. If we make this happen, I will take time off of work to do that.
Okay, very cool. Just making sure. Just throwing that out there. But that's a good idea. That'd be another good guest. Well, let's think about guests we'd want on the show. Like, what's a game? What's a space game you're excited about that we haven't had on the show, or we have, but maybe it was a while ago. Like, I do want the Rebel Galaxy Outlaw guys back on once things die down, you know. And they've had a moment to relax.
Well, I know this is probably out there, but yet we somehow were able to get. So, like, here's a crazy thing, and I really feel bad about this, but like when we got the developers for Eve Valkyrie on here, which still blows my mind that we actually had happen.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's a good one. Battlestar Galactica Deadlocked guys.
Oh, we haven't talked
to them.
We have talked to them before, but it's been a long time, and they're about to launch.
Before they did that, it was before they did Battlestar, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
What was that other game they did that was very similar?
Starhammer,
The Vanguard Prophecy.
Yeah. That's right. I do.
Yeah, they're about to launch a new expansion for the game and quote unquote season 2. As Bonicus just said. So yeah, that'd be a really. I'm gonna move that up the list a bit. I'm gonna try.
That'd be fun to talk to them again. God, I forgot that we had them on pre-Deadlock.
I think we might have had them on for Deadlock as well, but maybe before it came out. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. But I know we had them on for Starhammer, but that was so long ago. We should totally have them back. Yeah, they're really great guys.
I guess there's hinting at a new Homeworld something. So maybe trying to reach out to Gearbox again to see if they're interested. I missed the last time you guys had them on because of it being a morning show as well with them, but
oh yeah, because I think they're in England. Bob Rupert is like the Stellaris or Distant World developers. We have had the Distant World developers on a long time ago when Universe came out, and we haven't talked to them since. But we know there's Distant Worlds 2, but I think we should wait until something's actually announced, or else we'd have a show where they can't talk about it, and so that wouldn't be fun. I'm gonna be honest.
Answer the other one.
You first, and then I'll go. Go ahead, Bob.
Stellaris? No.
We're on the same page. Yeah, we don't like Stellaris. We don't.
We don't like what Stellaris became.
No.
For sure.
No, I didn't like it in the beginning, and I still don't. But
Brian had an issue with the way the game handled the concept of sectors, which
I felt like it took control out of my hands. I really hated it.
Fair. And that's fair. I didn't mind it. You didn't like it. That's cool. But where things started to lose it for me was like every month Stellaris kept coming out with like a new version of their game. And I'm just like, I have to constantly relearn like the new game. I was like, I don't have time for this. And then finally it just broke me. I was like, you guys, I'm done.
Oh yeah, Interstellar Space Genesis. I think we did. Hang on. I think we did do a podcast about that. Let me double check. But if not, that wouldn't be a bad idea now that it's out. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
218.
218. Yeah. Jakes, you owe me a Coke. Yeah, that was... Oof, almost 2 years ago. Oh, God. Holy jeez. We've been doing this a while, you guys. We're almost at episode 300. I don't know what we're going to do for that one. I have no idea. We got to figure it out. We should do some kind of...
Oh, you know what we should do?
What?
Everybody, we should get everybody onto the Orville, and we'll have a nice little celebration on the Orville.
You know
Party
what?
mode.
If we could make that happen, if we can get Spaz's whatever the issue was, we can get that to work. Yeah, I would totally do episode 300 on the Orville interactive experience. And we'll do it in party mode. That is a great idea.
We'll do a live podcast. Everybody can join. Well, at least not on the voice, but in on the ship.
Gonna call a party on the Orville. I love that idea. I love it. That's a fantastic. We still have to try that Trek thing. What was that Trek thing? That Trek X.
Oh, the RPGX for.
Yeah, I have that. I downloaded it, but I haven't installed it yet.
Did you get the standard or the ultimate?
Ultimate.
Okay, good. Yeah, you have to go to their website to get the ultimate. You can't get it on mod.
Yeah,
it is free for anybody who's listening. RPGX is a free. It is legitimately free. It is utilizing all of the assets from Star Trek Elite Force, and they've completely made it customizable to where you can make all kinds of your own campaigns, multiplayer, all that stuff. It's licensed legitimately and made available for free to download. RPGX Ultimate. Go Google that one.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I got everything and I just haven't installed it yet. So I should do that tonight, just to try it out.
Yeah, at some point though, I need to start tinkering with it to see what all it can do. But apparently, you can make all kinds of things. It's pretty interactive too, which I was pretty surprised about.
That's cool. That's very cool. Okay, that's a great idea for a topic. All right, anybody else that we should talk to? Any other people that we should talk to? I'm trying to think. There's that game Stellar Tactics. We should probably have that guy on. We should probably have that guy on.
If you're interested in a space game update, maybe trying to check in on the progress of Dual Universe.
Oh God, didn't we have them on like a billion years ago?
Yeah, we had the guy on.
Yeah, 3 years ago. Well, sounds about time for a revisit. I haven't even gotten to play it yet. Have you played it yet, Hunter? Have you gotten into the beta? I'm not even sure if I'm in the damn thing.
I have gotten into the alpha stuff. I think they're getting ready to release some beta stuff.
That's good. Maybe eventually I'll be able to play it.
The alpha stuff was a little interesting. But every time I tried it, it was better. Like the stability kept getting better and better with each instance. So.
Well, that's great. Whoa. Okay, Dooley, that's a good one. All right, so that's a lot of topics. We got a lot of topics now. That's great. So next week will be Games as a Service. Then maybe we'll get a guest. Then it's going to be episode 300. My God. We'll have to play a This Is Sparta clip in there somewhere. That's really my only requirement for episode 300. So we have a good amount of topics now. That gives me a lot to follow up on. So now I wanted to talk about what's got you guys excited lately? Not just the three of us, but everyone in the chat rooms. I'll begin because yesterday they released. I thought it was going to be an interactive demo, but it was just a video demo of Dying Light 2. It was like a 26-minute gameplay example that showed the consequences of your choices and a lot of combat and the parkour. It's gotten even like, did you guys watch the video at all?
I linked it
a little bit, yeah.
Did you guys see that it has like wall running now, like Titanfall, and it's got like a grappling hook that you can actually use to swing into people and whatnot, so it can kind of be a weapon. And there's even more parkour stuff to do. It blew my mind. Like we're still playing through Dying Light 1 for our long game, and I'm still I'm still just impressed at how well the moment-to-moment parkour is in that game. It's amazing, and it looked like they made it even better in this game somehow. I don't know how, but
just adding more to do. Literally adding more moves that you can do, and then building the environment around that.
Oh my god, the jumps he was doing from one building to the next, following that van. Dear God. And like having to like run over zombies and stuff as he was running, and like falling through the floor and stuff. Just astounding. I was blown away.
Hey, Bob, over on YouTube, I second that. I am also looking forward to Halo the Master Chief Collection on PC.
I am too.
100%.
I am too, because it'll be nice to actually play a Halo game and actually see.
I'm an avid Halo fan. I don't know how this happened, but it did. I'm not even kidding. On my computer right now, because I follow all of the projects. I even have a whole folder on Discord with all the different servers. So like, Halo 2 Project Cartographer, I have that. I've been following the contingency stuff that's going on, Installation 01, El Dorito. But I have the Project Cartographer thing is interesting because it makes Halo 2 completely playable on PC, like from the original PC version of Halo 2, and I think it's great. I have the original Halo PC installed. I have the custom edition set up and ready to go. I have the mod, the Halo single player like update mod that they did to make the single player for Halo 1 like really incredible and add all kinds of new content to it, which was great. I have the Master Chief Collection on my Xbox. I own all of the individual games on Xbox One, or like the original Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. I don't know how this freaking happened. I don't know why I'm such a huge Halo fan, but I am. I've got like I have the isometric like Halo Spartan Assault game, Halo Wars 2.
Damn.
It's disgusting.
It is not. But I'm excited about that one too. I'm excited to, actually experience Halo with multiplayer. Apparently that's where the real joy is at.
Well, co-op is great.
Okay. That's good.
I do love multiplayer's fun. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy multiplayer in Halo, but I think the fun is the experiencing of the story with friends. Because I remember one particular summer in college where me and a buddy of mine one weekend played through the first 3 Halo games in co-op in like one weekend. There was a lot of beer involved too.
Wow. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So that's exciting. Spaz, anything coming up that you're excited about?
Not too much at the moment, but then again, something's going to catch my eye eventually. Dying Light, of course. Dying Light 2. Yeah, definitely. I know the new MechWarrior is coming later in the year. I'm not so sure about it yet.
I hope it's good. I don't.
Oh God, right?
I want to hope it's good.
I want it to be good so badly.
I mean that's supposed to have 4-player co-op, so yeah, I'm obviously interested, but I don't know how it's going to play out, and that's why I haven't pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I'm not pre-ordering it either because I don't know if it's going to be good. I'm going to wait for reviews on that one because it could be garbage. It could be utter garbage because MechWarrior Online wasn't great, and so.
Yeah, there's the interesting thing about MechWarrior Online is, if you play with a clan or an actual group of other people that are like heavy in, MechWarrior Online is a lot of fun. But the thing is, though, is 9 times out of 10 you're not doing that. You don't have time to dedicate to a group or like a clan / guild.
Right.
And so the lack of actual like solo PvE type stuff is what I think killed it for me. And so that's what supposedly this is going to fix, is giving us the MechWarrior 5. but I do not have a lot of high hopes for it right now.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
don't
keep
either.
an optimistic eye on it. I'll just
Yeah,
leave it
I
at
would
that.
love it if it was good, because we could really use more good mech games. We've just been in a dearth of mech games. Like there was that one company that was trying to make Heavy Gear. I don't even know what the hell happened to that. I think that just stopped. There was, I mean, Titanfall 1 and 2 were great, but I mean, that's kind of been it. There was that multiplayer.
Titanfall 2 was good.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Uh, there was that. There was that amazing multiplayer mech game from a few years ago that shut down that I can't remember the name of that I'm still upset about though.
Hawken.
Hawken. Oh
There's
yes.
there's Phantom Brigade, which is coming later. That does have my interest because it's turn
Yeah.
based.
Right.
However, the action happens in real time. So once you've submitted your turn, things play out. You decide how you're going to face as you move. But because the the actual playing out of the turn is real time. That's what changes it up, because you may be thinking, I'll go around this building, turn left, and then fire, and there may not be anyone there.
What wasn't Brigador a mech game?
Yeah, Brigador.
Yeah, it's a great game. Yeah.
That's true. That's a great game. But like, there aren't a lot of first person-y like mech games,
Right.
which is
There's been no real, like, since Mech Warrior 4, there hasn't
Yeah,
been a game like
exactly.
Mech Warrior 4.
yeah.
I mean, hell, at this point, I'd take, like, I would love for there to be, like, a shocker of an announcement being like, Earth Siege 3. Like,
Oh
what?
God.
You know?
Yes. Yes,
Give me
please.
that.
Yes, please. Absolutely. Another thing I'm excited
I love
about.
Battletech. That's not, that's turn based, so
Yeah.
you can't really say it's in the same
Oh,
vein.
that's true. It is good
What,
though.
Earth Siege?
No, I'm saying Battletech.
Battletech.
Isn't in the
Oh,
same
but
vein
yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you that. It does give you that detailed mech action though, like super detailed. I'm really excited about Fantasy General 2. I'm in the same boat as Mech Warrior 5. I pray it's going to be good. And it's Slytherin, so it probably will be. But did you guys ever play the original Fantasy General? Back in the 90s? I'm guessing.
I did not.
Okay. It's probably still to this day one of the best fantasy war games ever made because it has a ruthless AI, fantastically varied units, a magnificently branching campaign, and just an amazing soundtrack. And I'm really hoping they can capture that again, because Fantasy General is just... You can get it on GOG, and you should, because if you haven't already, because it will wipe the walls with you if you make a mistake. It's amazing. I remember an all...
Wasn't there... Sorry, it just occurred to me. Wasn't there a VR mech game that came out not too long ago?
There was...
God, I
There
can't remember
was... I don't remember it either. It looked like an arena thing more than anything else.
I need to look this up now.
I mean, and there are
Sorry,
games...
It just occurred to me.
And there are games like AC Wraith brought up, Project Nimbus, and Wartech Fighters, and Strike Suit Zero. So there have been, some mech games, but nothing Mech Warrior-y, really, except Mech Warrior Online. Fantasy General 2, Panzer General with warriors and witches and dragons.
The game Hunter is thinking of is Archangel.
There was Archangel, and then well, maybe
Archangel was on PSVR
It's either
first. I have it. That's why I'm
either
saying
that or Vox Machina.
there's that one too. Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, those are VR only, which sucks, unfortunately.
Boo! Boo!
Well, Brian, I'm telling you, man. Once you do it, It'll blow your mind.
Someday, if everything takes off. Bob has asked if we've talked about the new Descent. We did have Eric Peterson on a long time ago to talk about not only Descent, but Conquest Frontier Wars and Star Lancer. It was a great show, and he's a great guy, but apparently the new Descent is stuck in some kind of limbo with its publisher. I read, apparently... Go ahead.
Yeah, isn't there some kind of licensing issue going on?
It's not a licensing issue. It's the publisher wants them to make changes to the game that the developer doesn't seem to be willing to make changes. That they don't seem to be willing to make. So they're kind of... And they can't... And the publisher won't let them leave. So... They're kind of in a weird limbo right now, which is just a bloody shame. So yeah, that's one of those things like Limit Theory that looks like it might never happen.
Oh God,
I know.
So you know what ultimately happened with that, right?
He couldn't do it. It was too much for him.
He gave the code over to the community and released all of his assets and everything that he had so far. And
that's something. But yeah, he was and I can't honestly blame him. It's sad, but at least he was upfront about it. I'm sad that it's not happening, but I'm not mad at him, because, I mean, there was a lot of pressure put on him. Like Chris Roberts donated to his Kickstarter campaign, for God's sakes. So that's got to wear you down.
Oh, is that where all the money went? Sorry.
No, it's great. It's oh boy. But yeah.
I unknowingly backed Limit Theory. Here we go.
Yeah, I totally backed it. But yeah, besides Fantasy General 2, I don't really feel excited about just about anything coming out for the next several months. And it's hard to get hyped up for anything after I'm still mad about Rage 2. And so it's hard to now I'm just nope, don't get too excited. It's just going to let you down. Just don't. Though I did pre-order Planetfall, and that's been the complete opposite of Rage 2. That's been amazing. So yay on that front, I guess.
There is a new game coming out called Control.
Yeah, that comes out tomorrow. That looks interesting.
Yeah, I am definitely intrigued by what they're trying to do with that one. So I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, apparently ACG was pretty pleased with it. So there's been some positives, positive reviews thrown out.
Yeah, it's got an 80 something on Metacritic, I think. So
yeah, all the videos I've seen for it look very fun, very fun. I don't know about $60 fun, but it looks I would rather save that money to pre-order Dying Light 2. Honestly.
Well, Control is made by the same people who did Quantum Break.
So is it? Is it?
Yep.
I didn't know that. What is SCP? I was thinking it looks like that PS2 game Psyops. That's what I thought it looked like.
Well, that was a fun game in its time.
I've played a little of it. Yeah, the controls are wonky, but that's kind of true of just about any game from that era today. But I was enjoying it. It's wackadoo, but it looks similar to that. So yeah, that's coming out. Control's coming out tomorrow, I think.
A fun little game that's already out right now. Blazing Chrome.
I keep hearing how good that is.
It is. It ain't easy. I kind of like that because it's definitely a throwback.
Christ, you know it ain't easy. Bow, bow, bow. Sorry.
Well, it's definitely a throwback to games of the past in
Metal
terms
Slug.
of yeah, in terms of its style and its gameplay, and I really enjoy it. I know that it's not going to be out for another few months, but I'm actually really curious about the Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah,
It's that RPG that's coming out, and I think
yeah,
maybe
yeah. Outer Wilds, or is that the other one? Outer Worlds, Outer Wilds.
there's two that are very similar. This one I believe
Yeah,
is
Outer Worlds. I
what did I
think
say?
you said Outer Worlds, and I think you're right. But I think there's also Outer Wilds, which is I think is a similar type of game. I think Outer Wilds already came out though. I
Outer
think.
Worlds is already out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Outer World, the Outer World.
Right.
God, way to be confusing game
Jeez.
developers.
Jeez, people. Jeez, people.
It's like space games with void in the title.
Ugh.
Yes,
God.
that is an issue. Yeah, no, this is the Outer Worlds. I've got no interest in Outer Wild.
Is Outer
Well,
World
Outer
the?
Outer
Wilds
Worlds.
is more like a puzzle game than anything
Right.
else. With the roguelike side of that.
Isn't Outer Worlds like that Obsidian game that's coming out that looks very Fallout-y? Right? Is that the one you're talking about?
The Outer Worlds is very Fallout-y. Yeah.
Yeah, that okay, yeah. It's Obsidian, so I love Obsidian, so I'm intrigued.
And you got a ship.
Go on.
Now you have my attention.
I see you're a man of culture.
I think it's time to wrap up though. I think we've I'm losing steam, so we should, if you don't mind, start wrapping it up.
Quick,
Busy.
get more coal.
I really don't want to have more coffee right now, I'll tell you that. So, folks, just a couple of quick programming notes. Next week on the podcast, we're going to talk about games as a service. That'll be fun. Tomorrow on the stream, we're going to be returning to Far Cry 2. We had a great time with that last time. I'm just super impressed with that game. Like, it does some things better than games of today. It's just like lighting things on fire is amazing in that game. So that's tomorrow's stream. And Ashes of Oahu, which is another big open world game, I think might be releasing tomorrow or Thursday. So we're probably going to throw that in there somewhere. Because it's Wormbite, and I'll always support them. And then Thursday, we're returning by request to Theo Town, which, if you're unaware, is like
Theo. Sorry.
this is. We need to keep this a Cosby-free zone, sir.
You're right. I probably should not have done that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
We are all sorry.
Yeah. Oh my God, we really are. Theo Town, if you're unaware, is like a modern version of SimCity 2000. Basically, it looks like SimCity 2000, but with more modern sensibilities. It's actually quite good. I'm very surprised by that. So that's what we're going to be playing on Thursday. And then Thursday night, what were we going to play with that? They said they're going to add a multiplayer, and then they didn't.
No, it's not that. They didn't say they were going to add multiplayer. They added online multiplayer to their other game, and that's where the confusion was.
Oh.
So the other game got online multiplayer, but the game that we originally had on the slate did not.
So we're going to be returning to Space Beast Terror Fright by request. We haven't played that in a while.
They've updated, so
They've gotten it's gotten 2 or 3 huge updates since last we played, like really big updates. So that's what we're gonna.
Love that game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so much fun.
It's so great.
We've
And
had
then-
fun every time we've
Every
streamed it.
time. Every time. It's never let us down. And then Friday, we're going to be returning to the 4X board game thing called Settlers of Orion, which is a very fun very detailed yet accessible mix of 4X and Settlers of Orion that the guy who did Starfleet Armada Adventures made. And it's excellent. It's only $5. And so I figured we'd return to it to get some more people, interested in it, hopefully. And because it's fun. I haven't played it in a while. So we have a lot coming up on the stream. And the reason we're playing Final Thing, the reason we got Diaspora on the video tonight is because starting on September 1st, we are dedicating the entire month of September to Free Space 2. Because it turns 20 on September 30th. So every day in September, and I mean Saturday and Sunday as well, there's going to be a video of a mod that I downloaded from the Gnosos launcher. I'm going to just play 29 mods for Free Space 2. Mods, total conversions. The Diaspora is going to be one of them because I haven't played it in a while. So we're going to be playing Free Space 2 throughout the month, culminating with a stream on the 30th of me playing the entire campaign. I'm going to try and do it in one day. So hopefully I can. So that I'm very excited about.
What day does the 30th fall on?
I think it's a Monday. Thank God. That way Nicole won't be like, what are you doing? Why are you spending all day doing that? I think it's a Monday though. But yeah, so that's why we're playing Diaspora. So yeah, a lot of things coming up on the channel and even more so elsewhere. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, for listening, everyone who's joined us on the streams, especially everyone who's pledged through Patreon or bought a shirt or whatever. Thank you very much. We're trying to make this a full-time endeavor where we can have content 5 days a week, if not 7 sometimes. So it's a very busy and exciting time here at Space Game Junkie, and we thank you all for being a part of it. I can't thank you enough. So thank you very much. So guys, we will see you we will see you for all the streams. We'll see you for the podcast next week. Hopefully you can join in for something. And until then, hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.